what would you do if you weren't afraid? And I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing that I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do.
Are you living your life based on fear or not? The more fearful you are, the more you're going to stay where you are. The less fearful you are, the more you're going to expand, the more you're going to discover.
You got to start diving into those things that you are afraid of. You don't gain confidence by going to the spot that makes you feel good. It's going to be a false reality.
We either have to attend to fears and feelings, or we have to spend all of our time managing problematic behaviors. If all we keep doing is managing behaviors without digging underneath and dealing with the fears and feelings that are driving the behaviors, we don't see change.
Fear is just an emotion, and in life we need to get to a point where we control the emotions in our lives, and that's how we propel and move forward. And once I started to recognize that fear is just an emotion, and it can either be fear or it can be excitement, and I always choose to look at the more positive or light side of things, and so I try to turn any fear into excitement. It just changes every chemical makeup that's happening in my body.
Fear is a mile wide and an inch deep, and so it looks like this ocean that you're going to step into and drown. But as soon as you step into it, you realize it was not that deep at all, and you can keep walking through it. And I just love that visual, because a lot of times when it's like we have this anxiety around this big decision we have to make, if you actually take the step and realize that it's not death, you're not going to drown immediately. There's plenty of other steps you can take from there, even if you get a little wet.
The moment you realize the next step isn't going to kill you, and that next step is the first step to evolving, changing, growing, and learning, and becoming literally the best version of yourself, that's the most beautiful thing. It's not going to kill you. And putting yourself in the game, you're giving yourself an opportunity to achieve something that everybody else said was impossible.
If you are afraid, if there is fear, if there is jealousy, if there is anger, if there is something that you realize it about yourself, number one is you accept it. You say, yes, okay, at this moment I feel really angry. I feel really sad. I feel the fear which is coming up. So that acknowledgement, meaning you try to stop yourself from trying to separate it, because you can only adjust something if it is a part of you.
What gives you confidence, not being afraid, is overcoming the fear. I used to stutter severely bad. So right now, I don't know how many people are going to watch this. You know what gives me confidence? Is knowing I no longer care if I sit here and start stuttering to you. That's what gives me confidence, is facing these things, overcoming them. And maybe not overcoming them every day, but facing them. And facing them, facing. Pretty soon like this, you know what, man, this is where it's at. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone is where my confidence is getting built. That's where it's getting built. But people want they want an easier answer. There has to be an easier way. There's not.
When you are in uncertainty, when you feel at risk, when you feel exposed, don't tap out. Stay brave, stay uncomfortable, stay in the cringy moment, lean into the hard conversation, and keep leading. Stay brave. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you need to overshare. I'm not saying you need to explode. I'm not saying you need to leap uncontrollably to show how human you are. I'm saying try to be aware of your armor.
There is a difference between something shows up in your lifetime and you are ignoring, you are avoiding, and you face it. You face the anger, you face the fear, you face the jealousy, you face the pain, you face what you don't like, you face the fact that you are out of your comfort zone. Why? Because you know that once you have overcome it and find a solution for it, it's solved for this lifetime.